Okay, so I'm working with a number of buyers right now. And the number one and two things that I'm telling these buyers on how they can be competitive in a market plagued with low inventory is number one, being diligent. And then number two, yeah, be patient. But let's tackle something today about being diligent. On my screen here, you can see the third party financing addendum. It's probably going to be the second piece of any offer you submit if you're financing any portion of a property. Number one here, it says the type of financing and duty to apply and obtain approval. This gets the seller a little bit of information about you and how you're going to pay for the property. But number two is where I wanted to sit for a second. Number two, it says approval of financing. The approval for the financing described above will be deemed to have been obtained when buyer approval and property approval are obtained. Now, property approval, we're still more than likely going to have to wait 3 or 4 weeks and get an appraisal done, which is why we're doing 30, 35, 40-day closes. But it's the other piece, the buyer approval, that we can tackle now before we even start looking at homes. Don't stop at simply getting a pre-qualification phone call with a lender. Go the next step. Talk to a lender that's locally informed, that can actually issue you a pre-approval after they look through your documents, your financials, and actually run your credit. And if possible, go that next step. Go through underwriting. I've heard of programs called the Power Buyer Program, the Golden Ticket Program, whatever it is. If we can get through underwriting, and instead of checking box number one here or under A, we can go down here and check the second box. This contract is not subject to buyer obtaining buyer approval because we've already done it. Okay. Give that seller a ton of confidence with you as a buyer.